Everyone draws when they're kids. It's essentially the foundation of creativity. As children, we're encouraged to explore this. It's just that most people tend to stop. Not because they don't want to draw, but simply because after a certain point, creativity just isn't valued as much anymore. After this point, drawing just becomes inconvenient. This is when the artists separate from the rest, usually because they've had a better experience with art compared to the others. May it be because they were good at it, they were encouraged to draw, or simply because they enjoyed it more. But nowadays, everyone is a fucking artist. You post a picture on Instagram with a black and white filter, hashtag art, there you go, bro. Shitty artist. Social media has changed how people view art. Yes, literally, but also in the sense that people now, more than ever, are encouraged to make art because we're addicted to this loop of instant feedback. Likes, comments, shares, DMs, stories, views. In the midst of all this, art is lost. The reason why people make art changes. It's no longer an exploration of creativity or imagination. It's just another form of content in the pile of many others. And with this, people tend to start drawing for validation, and as they start presenting themselves as this artist, they start letting their art define them. They start becoming insecure. Any form of criticism becomes hate, and emotions tend to outreason reason, and their art becomes really shit. People nowadays are kind of delusional. The comments telling them, oh, you're so good, you're so talented, I could never draw that. How do you do that? Leads them to believe that they are actually talented. But nah, bro, the truth is you just tend to draw more than the people who like to look at people draw, you see. And again, I'm not talking about professional artists who make a living off of this, because they got this shit figured out. I'm talking to those of you who bring up your art Instagram page in every other conversation you have. Blaming a lack of ability to draw on something such as your style is like trying to convince an obese person into thinking that they're healthy because they're too lazy to exercise. At the end of the day, the best course of action would be to accept where you are and look to improve. You have to accept your lack of ability. Forget this idea that you are somewhat talented and knowledgeable, and just study your anatomy, study perspective, study form, gestures, study the fundamentals, because in its core, art is a science.